It's August 17th, just about 9:30 at night. Just called in a fire down here along the river out by Grave Creek. Lightning storm tonight. Probably a lot of fires burning, but this acre's probably fire's about an acre in size so far, but it's already in the crowns of the trees, which makes it a dangerous situation here. They're gonna have to call in air support, helicopter to douse this, because it's not probably accessible by vehicle where the location of the fire's at. As you can see, it's burning up on the hill here. Camera doesn't pick up too good, but the fire's probably about a half an acre in size and growing, and looks like that's where it's reported. It's at approximately Township 34 South, Range 8 West, probably about in Sector 18, 9:30 p.m. It's Friday, August 26th at 8:06 p.m. We got evacuated out of Rand, a level 3 evacuation. The fire ended up blowing up out of here. Kind of snuck in and with my government ID, let them know who I am and said, hey, I got to get back out to Rand and secure the buildings, which is partly true, but I have all my belongings there, and so I'm not leaving them behind. So anyway, I got an official escort into Rand, thanks to the Forest Service. But yeah, you can see how bad it is out here. I left for the day to go into town and get groceries, and within 3 hours, this is what can happen. None of this was like that within just that amount of time. This is one last look at Rand here. It's not going to make it due to the fire. It's about 8:30 at night. You can see, for some reason, the fire is on the other side of the river from over here, opposite of Rand. You can see the flames coming towards it. It's not going to survive. I don't know why the fire jumped this side of the river. Maybe the Hog Creek fire blew out, but this is one last look at Rand before it's gone. I'm sorry to everybody. This place has been here since the early 20s, and it's sad, but it's just not going to make it, everybody. So I'm terribly sorry, and I got to bug out at this point and get out. We're on our way out right now. We just got the fire personnel, the last out. They're behind me, giving me the escort out. This place is going to burn to the ground, but yeah, I'm sorry, it's over. Behind me, there's the fire. We're gonna get out of here quick. See the fire up on the hill. We got to get the fuck out of here. We barely made it out. Barely made it out. I got the work computers, all my belongings. It is go time. We're out. We're out of here. Over and out. It's August 27th, 9:40 in the morning. I can't believe that Rand actually survived. The fires all around the area. We're actually going in here to try to get some stuff out, some records and things. But as you can see, this is gnarly. This isn't even a safe situation. I'm not sure why we were allowed in. We don't have an official fire escort, but we're going into Rand to grab some stuff. The fires just burned through the canyon on both sides of the river, but we're going in to get stuff. Looks like the fires up on the hill probably burned our water treatment system. I'm guessing that that's no longer there, but I'm just amazed that Rand is actually intact. We're gonna go into Rand right now and see what the conditions are like. See if we can get the gate unlocked and get in there. This is absolutely insane. I actually can't believe we're actually can't believe we're allowed in here. It's Anna on the radio.
Go ahead. Do you know if the shots fired were target practice or something violent? It is unknown, but there is a family down there, and the person is shooting at rocks and across the river.
Apparently there was a shooting that just happened now. grabbed all the paperwork and got out as quick as we can here. Rand is currently on fire. The grounds are on fire, but the buildings are intact. But I don't know how this is going to play out. Just unknown at this time. But we're on our way out. We barely got in and then got out, as you can see. The fire's just on both sides of the hill, along the river, west and east side of the river. I don't know what'll happen this afternoon, but we're on our drive out, and we're just passing Chair wreck site, and we are out. We're going to be going through some areas here. The fire's burned all alongside of the road. As you can see, it's just gnarly out. There's hot spots, fires, breaks out all over the sides of the road. I'm surprised they even let us in here. This is crazy. We're just approaching Rocky right now, just upon Rocky. Looks like the fire did burn up some of these private property areas in here along the river. But we're just glad we were able to get our paperwork and everything and get out. There's Rocky Bar right here. The fire's totally engulfed in Rocky. Yeah, so Rocky Riffle here, wreck site, is pretty much torched. We're just pulling into Galice right now. For some reason, law enforcement just passed us, high rate of speed. Now we're into Galice. All these homes in Galice here are all evacuated. I only saw one home that was occupied, but these pink ribbon markers, everybody's been evacuated. I'm guessing that the fire will move into Galice by this afternoon or tonight. So these homes might not be here shortly. And it all's dependent on the fire weather. So last night what happened was that there was a large plume that came out from the spot fire from Mouse Creek and the Rum Creek Fire. And the plume went into the air, high into the atmosphere, and then the plume itself collapsed down on the fire where it was being suppressed and basically started a nuclear fire, which when the fire does a behavior like that, what it usually is pretty much where it creates its own type. It creates its own type of weather. And that's what happened last night, is that when the plume smashed back down upon the fire, it generated its own weather and kicked up the winds and pretty much made from a nuclear fire. So what happened was that approximately 5 p.m. yesterday, the fire was about 1,200 acres in size, and within 3 hours, the fire had expanded to about 4,200 acres. So it's August 28th, about 2:15 p.m. We're going back into Rand to take a look at the wrap on the structures and see exactly what the damage is to the grounds. Friday is when the fire went through Rand, but I'm driving in right now to see the condition of the grounds, and also if I can try to get into the building to get some more paperwork out of the ranger station there. So you can see it's a very smoky conditions. I'm just going into Galice now. Guess Bear Camp Road remained open even though it was supposed to be closed. I don't know exactly why, but if the public's going in and out of there, we'll find out. But we'll take a look at Rand and see what it looks like out there. Over and out. As you can see, just upriver from Rand, the spot fires that are on the other side of the river, which there's no personnel over there at this time. This fire might start spreading to the east side, but it looks like that the still a lot of spot fires on the east side of the river here, just approaching Rand. We got down here at Rand. We're just doing a walk around to see the conditions of the grounds, the wraps on the buildings. As you can see, the fire came from this side over here from the river, and there's still some hot spots that are going along the banks of the river. But the buildings are intact, luckily. This is back by the ware yard, and where we keep our surplus old picnic benches. That's an old outhouse there, water tanks. But as you can see, the fire pretty much burned up the back of the ware yard up to the gates. And there's the bunkhouse. Bunkhouse is not wrapped, but they do have a line going to the roof for the sprinkler system. And I think probably the only thing that saved this was having the grounds kept as green as I could. Luckily, I irrigated a lot this summer, so the grass is still really green. And then we're gonna walk down past the bunkhouse and take a look at the wrap on the historical buildings. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. The grounds actually don't look too bad, except for the lines around the edge of the river. A lot of cleanup that's gonna need to be done. But yeah, very lucky these buildings are still here. So we'll go down. There's the river house up there. We'll go down and take a look at the other structures that were wrapped. So we're down here in the middle of the compound taking a look at the wraps on the structures. The houses didn't get wrapped. The caretaker's house, Jerry's house, and the bunkhouse didn't get wrapped. They kind of did the wrapping in the wrong order, but that's okay. The historical buildings are wrapped. As you can see, the blacksmith shop is not wrapped. Sprinkler on the roof though. And then over here, mule barn's completely wrapped. The boat barn is completely wrapped. And then they actually wrapped the further down in the middle, you can see they wrapped the garage, which was not of real importance. And then the forester's house is wrapped. And then you can see the actual VC ranger station fully wrapped. And they did a pretty good job. Little gas house, equipment still in there. Lawnmower and brush hog and everything is within the mule barn, but it's wrapped tight, no way to get into anything. But yeah, they did a pretty good job wrapping the buildings, and this part of the grounds looks okay. Little fire back here next to the forester's cabin, and then of course you can see down here where they got their pool set up, their water supply set up. Of course everything burned down here. to the stairs leading down to the river. You can see the post there. One of them's just left down to the river. And then the shelter over there, firewood shelter. But all in all, pretty good. No problems there. We got some fire personnel still up. These guys are all just assigned to protect the structures out here and are posted out here to secure the structures. And hopefully they're not letting people on the road, because we are pretty worried about the vandalism down here. People getting into the buildings and whatnot. But all in all, pretty good job. And yeah, so all structures are intact and looking pretty good. And the water system is completely down. I just ran into Anna. Anna said that the water system, the lines, the galvanized pipes were sticking out of the ground, and the plastic feed is melted, and so the water system is pretty much destroyed. And so this place isn't going to be too functional for some time, but that's life. They won't be able to move anybody back in here this season, and we'll see about next season if people are able to habitate out here or not. But no more water supply. They were thinking about drilling wells anyway, but the water system's a no-go, meaning that nobody can habitate down here. And that's it. We're over and out. Just a quick look down here. You can see the fire burned up by the garden area and picnic area. And you can see still the smoke downriver. Pretty active fire still down. That's all towards Alameda there, so Alameda got hit hard, but you can see the smoke plumes coming down. Still very much active fire there. But the grounds themselves, this part got burnt. And it's neat because you can see some of the retaining walls that we didn't even know this was here, because this was full of blackberries and brush. But as you can see from the CCC, some of the rock work down here. This place was pretty overgrown. A lot of fuels in here. So river house right here didn't get wrapped, but it's not habitable anyways. But that's okay. Anyways, they could have been a lot worse with the grounds and everything. So we're just lucky. It looks like they cleared a lot, brushed around all the buildings. This was all overgrown here on the side of the forester's house. Pretty much cleared everything out really quick. And you can see the fire down here came from this side too. In back of the river house here. Very lucky that none of these structures were lost, but see, all this brush is what they cleared away from the buildings, which should have been done a long time ago. But we just don't have the manpower here to be able to clear that brush. Pretty much it's just me taking care of the grounds here. It's a one-man show, me taking care of most of the grounds here. So at least you'll have a very good, a lot clearer view of the river now that the brush is all burned out and removed. And that's it for our look at Rand. We'll be back out here when the fire activity dies down and go from there. But unfortunately, the river permit system is going to be that priority, and not really refurbishing the grounds here. That's just, it's not going to be a priority. So unfortunately, it'd be my priority, but yeah, it's not theirs. And we're over and out. Just went over to the cabin across the river and rowing back with Gina back over to Rand. And the cabin over there was saved by a cool hotshot crew and still intact. Look out at Rand. Yeah, we're just rowing back across. came back over here. A little spot fire that just started in back. The winds just are kicking up. A little spot fire still going here in back of the bunkhouse. It's not going to be in any real danger because, as you can see, it's already burned. It's pretty much already a line here. Not much fuel, so, but got a little spot fire here that's adjacent to the bunkhouse. My window on the very end of the house on the right there, that would be my bedroom where I stay. But I'm not gonna hose it down or anything, because really, even if it burns back there, there's really nowhere for it to go. The winds picked up and the fire's starting to actually move up the hill on the other side of the river, but there's nothing anybody can do. There's too late to get any crews or anything, but it's literally burning uphill right now. Give you a look of it over there. Yeah, the fire's moving its way up the hill. It's torching. Getting towards the tops of the trees, getting in the tops of the trees.